2016 Nissan Sentra, best suited for the person that has wet dreams about rental cars. The 2016 Sentra is the successor of the 2013 through 15 models. Be it there isn't a drastic difference, there is now a sharper, more sleek front and rear end to try to make it look more like the higher end Ultima and Maximas of the previous years, to try to make it look a little more high end, and to help it compete with Chevy's Cruze, Honda's Civic of a similar size and price range from that same year. Kind of worked because sales that year boosted significantly. Dent. This specific Sentra is a 2016 SV 1.8 liter model. It has a basic key fob that unlocks, and has a panic mode. It has a very comfortable and spacious interior that's very similar to the Sentras from the past few years. It also has the 1.8 liter i4 16 valve double overhead cam engine and a VVT automatic transmission to boot. Some of them were available with a 6-speed manual. That was only available in the basic S trim. It has a neck-breaking 130 horsepower and 128 pound-feet of torque. Great acceleration, very surprising top speed, about 130-ish governed. Your kids will never be late to practice, unless you keep forgetting where you put your damn keys. This Sentra in particular spent its first 4 years and 40,000 miles of its life as a rental car in the general Baltimore, D.C. area. Unfortunately, it shows. You come with factory included curb rash on every rim.
Every rim? Everyone has it?
Every rim.
Mickey D's parking lot. I had a crackhead offer to pull this stupid little dent out for like $70, and she was a dent specialist. And I do pretty well making dents, so does that make me a dent specialist?
Now here I'm going to let my good friend Kobe, the owner, talk about the car for a few minutes.
The beep. I mean the tonk.
I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the sound. It's very, very faint, and you got to listen for it. But it does make it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's in the engine or the trans. But there's
It
that.
sounds like it's in the front assembly.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't think it's engine or trans. It sounds like front assembly.
But one thing about the exhaust system on this, it hangs so low. Now, for you car people, y'all probably ain't gonna think it hangs that low. But I drive trucks and SUVs. So to me, this stupid car is low as hell. I hate this car. I'm just going to disclaimer that. But I hate this car due to the fact that it's a car. I mean, that's it. It's nice for my daughter. My girlfriend loves this car. But it's great for a family. It gets good gas mileage. But the thing about the exhaust is, I backed into a curb at Walmart, and I was going under 5 miles an hour. But I hit it, and it bent the exhaust tube, or exhaust pipe,
If you did, like,
up into the heat shield. And when it bent it up into the heat shield, it fucking rattled. It rattled anytime that there was vibration. So that was annoying as hell. I had to go pay like $70 at a shop. And I mean, they all they did was they removed the heat shield and they bent it back. The exhaust doesn't leak from it or anything. It's just an annoyance that you got to deal with. If I were to hit it again, it would probably actually mess it up, and I'd probably have to replace a section. But other than that, that's the only thing I've had to do other than routine maintenance. And that was my fault. So I can't really blame the car for that. But it is soft metal. It's not made to be thrashed on at all. Because a little dink in it. And like if you on the clip of the exhaust, you'll be able to see where it's turned down a little bit from hitting it. So then again, maybe I'm being a little critical about it, but that's the only thing that I can really say about the car. Is that annoyed the hell out of me. But and the stupid click, I can't figure out what that fucking click is. But goddamn, is it annoying. Other than that, it's a fine car. I don't believe anything's been rebuilt or anything like that. No major problems with it. It was a rental car before I got it, so take that as you may. It's all kind of dinged up and scratched.
What company?
Enterprise, I think. I don't know. I don't really give a damn. The fuckers only gave me one key. I know I bought it at Fastlane here in Hagerstown.
Okay.
But it's got a weird clicking sound every once in a while when you stop. Really, when it's hot out, it clicks when you stop and when you go. I don't know what the fuck that is. It don't fuck with it, so I don't give a shit. It doesn't drive any different. It just makes a clicking sound.
We're gonna run a Petco and we'll be right back.
Price tag?
We look like we're on our way to work. We're both wearing fucking neon shirts.
Well, no, but with under a $9,000 price tag, I mean, of course.
So how much did you pay for this?
Sticker price was about $9,000, but then I put a few hundred down on it, so it was under $9,000 used. But I mean, with my interest rate and shit, I'm paying a lot more because I got shitty interest rate. I mean, I got shitty credit, so it is what it is. I needed the car. But I mean, as you can hear, it's not loud.
Is there anything that made you pick this over like any other cars in the same price range?
I could afford it, and it was the biggest.
Okay.
I mean, like, there was the other model.
What else were you debating between?
It was another Nissan. It was the one down between, the one down from this one. I forget what it's called. Do you know what it's called? It's not the Sentra, it's the one right underneath it.
Is this Ultima?
No, this is the Sentra.
The Versa?
Yeah, I think so. And I went with the Versa. I sat in it. It seemed to have just a little bit less room. No, I didn't even put the car seat in, so I don't really know that. But I was sitting in it. It had a little bit more features, but I was like, you know what? I can always put a new radio in it. It's not a big deal.
Is anything going wrong with this since you've owned it?
I've changed. No, all I've done is change the oil, check the fluids, put new fluids in it. I do synthetic blend. I think it calls for factory manufactured spec, fully synthetic, but I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, you hear it. There's no valve tap. There's nothing. At 60,000 miles, 60,207. One of the biggest cons is the suspension, because I think it's on manufactured tires. They're Westlake. I don't.
So these are the originals?
I believe so. They're Westlake. I know the brand. I don't know the size. I think they're 16s.
If not, they got to be like cheap.
Well, but I see a bunch of cars with them. Like if I pull up to a Hyundai or something, or Kia. So like, I mean, it's a brand of tire. I don't know whether it's a good brand. I don't know if it's a bad brand. I have seen a couple of reviews or articles on them. Back a while ago, they had tread failure. But I believe that's fixed with these ones. I mean, I haven't had any problems, but it was mainly with load bearer.
Hummer H2 for sale.
Yeah, I know the guy's selling it. That was mainly when you had a lot of weight on it, so a truck or an SUV. A car ain't gonna fuck with it. I mean, but anyways, the suspension, because it has magnets in it, from my understanding, I brought it to shops and I looked at it, including Nissan themselves, because it was still under warranty, and I'm not fucking paying for anything because nothing's broke. I ain't gonna fix it, but I'm gonna ask. The magnetic suspension in the winter, it is rough as fuck until everything gets nice and hot. You know, like the brakes get warmed up and all that, because then my theory is, I don't know if I'm right, but this is my theory because it acts different. When everything warms up, it dries better. It rides like it is now. But when you first turn it on, It doesn't matter whether you let the motor warm up the complete way.
It's as stiff as a Civic with chop shocks,
Yeah.
chop springs.
Yeah, I mean, I got better ride out of my Jimmy. Yeah, it's worse than that. So, but it does have A-pillar bags. I don't know if it has. Yeah, it has bags with the I-pillars.
That's a lot better compared to the one airbag in my steering wheel in my '93 Plymouth.
I know there should be a bag right there too, because this thing.
It says there's one right here.
Well, yeah, this thing lights up too. So, this has an airbag, which I fucking hate airbags. I think they hurt more than they help. Don't try to prove me wrong, because I don't care what you think.
Buy an old 80s Cherokee, they don't have any.
Yeah, but do you realize how much of a bitch that'll be getting a little 2-year-old in?
I mean,
And how much gas I'll use?
I would never put a 2-year-old in one because they're a fucking tin can on wheels. It's top heavy.
So why would I get that? But, I mean, realistically, it takes turns like a fucking champ once everything heats up. Now, even when it's not heated up, I don't really know, because I don't take 70-mile turns when it's not heated up. So
That you'll admit.
yeah, well, I never really get the chance, like, because it heats up so fast. The motor and shit, it heats up so fucking fast. Like, I can do a 4-mile drive and without starting it first. Well, obviously I gotta start the drive, but without warming it up. And it'll be warmed up. I'll have heat halfway through on the interstate. I don't really take much back roads with it anymore because it does so well on the interstate. I don't need to take it on back roads. I do every once in a while.
You were doing fucking 70-mile-an-hour pulls up to 100 and over.
Yeah, I think we got to 110. I mean, it pulls like a motherfucker. But, I mean, for what it is, when you buy it, you have to understand, you're not buying a fun car. Even when you do 100-mile, 70 to 120-mile pulls, it's not fun. It doesn't feel like you're going fast. It's just no fun. It's a boring family car.
But I mean, when you want to, it will get up and go.
Oh my god. I think I've had it topped out at 130. In eco mode.
Does it have a governor?
Well, it stops, so yeah.
It's like 130 something, it will stop.
About 130, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's in eco mode. I don't know if it has something to do with the modes, because I haven't tried it. So, I don't know.
Also, you said third gear acts funny if it's not in eco mode.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that. Well, no. If it has the overdrive off.
Okay.
The gears they run through, the transmission, it makes a noise every once in a while, but nothing terrible.
And this AC is ice cold. It's 75 degrees outside, and I'm fucking shivering.
No, according to the car, it's 68.
Fuck you. It gets 29 city, 37 highway, about 34 average miles per gallon. It has a very, very quiet ride while in the cabin of the car. This year is also equipped with standard automatic emergency braking in the front, so you don't plow into a group of school kids when you're changing your station on Pandora. I'd also like to add that the emergency braking was only available in the top-end models. The 2 base versions never came with it. Also, a lot stiffer suspension than previous years with the magnetic shit Kobe mentioned. It does understeer mildly into hard corners, but has an overall great ride. It does 0 to 60 in 10.2 seconds, 18.2 seconds for the quarter mile. Very nicely oriented shifter, basic radio with aux port, but shit Bluetooth. You can only call from it, no music settings. It also has a TFT panel in the gauge cluster, and the steering wheel was modeled after the Nissan 350Z. It has 3 different modes when you're driving: Sport, Economy, and Traction Control off for when you're feeling saucy. The trunk's very, very large. You could probably fit up to 4 dead people in there. The rear seats were also standard with 60/40 split folding backs. Brand new, they ranged between $17,000 for basic S trim and all the way up to $24,000-$25,000 for top SL trim. It's not and never will be the most flashy or impressive car ever, but in my opinion, it's economical. You can normally finance them used fairly cheap, but altogether, it's a great car. For someone starting a family and still wants some get up and go in their vehicle, but needs the space for groceries and their kids, or for that basic guy that just needs a comfortable car for long commutes to work on the highway. I hope you enjoyed my review. There'll be more videos like this in the future. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. And if you live in the Western Maryland area and have a car that you would like me to review, please email me oddcastpodcast69xd@gmail.com or send me a DM on Twitter. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Pussy.